Oh, you got it.
This gas station, my key never worked. I don't know why.
Neither did mine. I had to use that too, the PIN code. Oh, that already feels so much better. Hopefully I don't have a leak, because that was way down. My front tire was basically flat.
I saw it earlier, but I thought with the how you park the bikes, I didn't say anything like.
Yeah, it needed like 15 psi.
Oh man.
I was like, oh, it's so tippy. Now, I suspect that I came down too hard from some wheelies. And that may have been why I gradually lost some air. But we'll see. If I get to Newcomb's and it starts feeling sluggish, then I definitely really hope I don't have a slow leak. You can always change the tire, order a new one. Oh, that's nasty. I was possibly under 20 psi. That is not normal. Should have checked it much sooner. I hope it's not something like the valve stem is bad, but I do have valve stems at home. Yeah, this is going to be weird, because the bike just wants to lay into the corners now. Yeah. After riding his bike, holy crap, do I need to get those Andriani forks. Because this suspension, like he said, is probably dialed in about as well as I can get it. And the front end just feels floaty now, it's so tippy. On Angeles Crest. Last time I was here was with my speed triple buddy, Night Train. And another guy. Oh my god, this just completely transformed the bike. I am glad we stopped and got air, because this ride would not have been fun. I was probably low on air for the last trip out to Idlewild, and I should have stopped at a gas station and gotten air for that trip too. But when your tires are low, if you've already got a harsh suspension, less air in your tires means that you've got probably an inch less of travel in the tire alone over bumps. Your tires are aired up to the proper level, they actually absorb some of the impact from those little road imperfections. That's by design. So when you're running low, you've got that much less cushion between your rim and the road. One thing about Angeles Crest and a lot of these mountain roads that are popular to bicyclists, it's very easy to target fixate. Some person's sweaty ass as you're coming around a corner and hit them, which happens out here. Cars hit bicyclists, motorcyclists hit bicyclists. There's actually a pretty popular Arnicky Mouse video of a bicyclist just getting nailed. I think I had it in one of my previous videos. It was in GIF, it's an animated GIF. And oh, that must have hurt the bicyclist that got nailed. They went up over the bike and the rider of the motorcycle when they got hit, but they're hardly wearing any protection. Well, they're not wearing any protection except for their feet, which are really just leather shoes with lock-in clamps for the foot pegs. So when they hit the ground and go scraping, they're basically like getting their flesh ripped off, because spandex doesn't do shit to protect you. It's such a weird feeling. I really hope the front doesn't decide to push. Barely have to put any input on the bars. I think I've been so distracted thinking about baby stuff that I've been getting lax with my motorcycle maintenance. And I really need to do a full check over on the bike at least once a week if I'm riding it as frequently as I am. Don't even have 13,000 miles. That's mostly due to the fact that I've moved so damn many times since I got the bike. And my commute to work is very short. As you can see from my vlogs, I mean, it's maybe 3 or 4 miles tops. It takes me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to get to work. So I don't put a lot of miles on the bike during the week, whereas people that have a long commute would be just racking up the miles. So most of my miles are actually canyon trips. And the once or twice that I rode the bike from Maryland to Ohio and back. So bike's been ridden hard, not for super long distances, which is good for resale value. Lightly used, low mileage. Oh, yeah, that's why I tend to not really care so much about the mileage of a motorcycle. It's more about looking it over and see how cared for the machine is. If it looks like my bike and it's just filthy, then yeah, you probably know it's been beaten to hell and back, but possibly well maintained on the inside. I mean, I do oil change very frequently, oil changes, and try to keep up with my chain maintenance, but for the most part, I ride the hell out of my bikes. 1098 hasn't seen a lot of miles in a while because I've been riding the Diablo the most. And my wife and I were talking the other day about what we're going to do with our fleet of vehicles, because the 1098 isn't the safest bike to ride anymore. Well, it never really was. It doesn't have traction control, ABS, ride modes, any of the stuff that makes the Diablo so much safer, which is a large part of why I bought the Diablo in the first place. And I trust my wife to ride the 1098 responsibly, and
strangers in the night,
and hopefully not get into a wreck, but you never know what kind of curveballs life's going to throw at you with drunks on the road and who knows what else. So once we get settled somewhere with a house, I think that she should try to find a bike that she likes, maybe a multistrada. If I had my choice, it'd be a multistrada, because her first bike that she bought after I taught her how to ride on that SV1000 was a Sprint, a 1050 Sprint ST from 2005. It was a great bike, with the exception of the brakes. The front brake turned to mush overnight, and we had to zip tie it, bleed it, zip tie it, bleed it. Never made it any better. It had those crappy, notoriously bad, but strong master cylinders. So I had the same thing on my speed triple, and I replaced it with I think a 2005 or 2006 GSXR master cylinder that lets you bleed directly on it. It has a bleed nipple on the master, so you can bleed at the top of the system. And my speed triple also has dual lines that go to each caliper, so the air has no loop to collect above the fender, which made bleeding that bike just stupidly easy. Like if I had any mush in the lever, I could just crack that nipple on the master cylinder and just give a little bit of a pull and the air would come right out. I don't know if that guy's telling us to turn around because there's an accident down there or what that was, but that's not the universal sign for a cop that other people were giving us, including that Audi R8. Which is nice to see cars giving motorcycles the watch out for a cop sign. I think that guy was telling us to turn around because this pickup truck in front of us is probably going to pick up whatever vehicle crashed. Hopefully it's nothing too horrific. Probably have the road blocked off. That's why people are doing the turnaround sign.
West Coast. Time to root.